Hey everyone, happy Monday.
Monday.
It is June 12th. It is noon, and you are here with us, me and Carly. We have a fairly short show to get through today.
Which I'm
Not a lot
excited
of
about,
news this week.
not because I don't like a short show, but I'm excited about because I feel something bubbling in the air
Yes.
now.
Well, having a short week usually means that the next one's going to be huge. So we've only got just got a couple folks in the chat right now. Blossom and Michelangelo, hello over there. We got 4 people watching. We'll just sit here and babble for another 30 seconds, and then we'll kick this thing off by bring up our sound effects. Ooh. All right. Well, interesting. Usually we have a few more people hanging out.
Right. Maybe they're hungover from watching the Tonys.
All right. Yes, they're probably still recovering from. Did you watch the Tonys?
I did, yeah.
You did. There was a time when I was really into the Tonys and the Oscars and all of those award shows, and sorry, though I hope did Into the Woods win anything?
I'm pretty
No?
sure, yeah.
Oh, good. It was a really good show.
It was good, yeah.
Rooting for them. All right. All right, we got 9 people. That sounds good. Let us kick off this thing in 3, 2.
Please lower your head and watch your step while boarding.
Welcome to the Attractions Podcast. You are all clear for dispatch. Have fun.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 195 of the Attractions Podcast, sponsored by MEI and MEI-Travel. I'm Seth.
And I'm Carly.
And we are here to talk to you about the latest and greatest in theme park news and more, as well as what's going on in our own lives. Carly, it's great to be back together with you for 2 whole weeks in a row. How has your week been?
It's been great. I am on a self-imposed travel ban, but I did get out and have a little bit of fun. I finally went on Fury 325,
Ooh.
Which is a giga coaster at Carowinds, if you don't know. I loved it. I told you, after doing Wildcats Revenge at Hershey Park, I feel like I can do anything. So, I think I'm in my roller coaster era. Well, I've always loved them, but, in recent years, I'm like, God, my tolerance for thrills is going down, but it's back. Such a good coaster. So smooth.
I am very proud of you. I will put that one on my bucket list. Ever since I did Formula Rossa at Ferrari World in Abu Dhabi, I feel like I've kind of maxed out on super extreme mega coasters, but I'll give that one a try.
Yes, it was so smooth.
Oh, great!
Not intense. I also saw The Little Mermaid.
Yay! I have not been a huge fan of those live action remakes, but I've heard good things about that one.
Yes, I, to be honest, hated all the live action remakes. I've given them multiple chances to grow on me. Don't like it. Little Mermaid was fantastic.
Awesome.
I left and instantly wanted to go back. There's a lot of different characters that steal the show in different moments. Prince Eric was wonderful, and of course, Ariel was unbelievable. So good. It was just amazing.
Awesome. Well, I will definitely set my wish list for that when that shows up on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
I think the only movie I'm probably going to be going out to see in a theater next week or so is I really want to see Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse in a theater in 3D.
Right.
For that animation.
Oh yeah.
That's not going to be the same. Yeah. Well, I did not have as exciting a week as you. I did get to see the Broadway tour of Into the Woods,
yes.
Which was up for a Tony last night. Really spectacular production. We had I think 17 of the 19 people who are in the actual New York cast made it onto the road, and it was just phenomenal production of a great show. I also have been working, of course, on the unofficial guide to Disneyland. It never ends. That book's got to go off to the printer on Thursday, so I'm sure Wednesday night we'll get some huge Disneyland news dropping.
I
Just to
honestly,
annoy me.
I feel it because I'm like, it's been so quiet on the news front. We're gonna get
Yep.
something, a few really big things this week. It's gonna
Something's
be
got to
the
happen.
equivalent of when they announced like the HHN Vegas experience, like all that stuff. That big week, we're gonna get it, and I'm
Don't
ready.
tease me. Don't tease me. All right. Without any further ado, let us go ahead and jump into the news. Okay, first up in the news this week, we are heading out to Tokyo Disney, where they are celebrating their 40th anniversary with something called the Priority Pass. This is going to permanently replace their Fast Pass system, which was still using those paper tickets the last time it was around. And instead, it is going to be like Max Pass or Fast Pass Plus, Genie Plus, except for free.
Free, yes.
Yeah.
It's so interesting because there's just now the list is like what 10 of all the different varieties that Disney uses for all
Can't
these
keep track.
different
Can't keep track.
expedited line access. And we were talking earlier, we're like, wait, what is this? Because we study this for a living, but still I can't wrap my head around the nuances.
I need
That's
one
the
of those conspiracy charts with the red strings going in every direction. So let's break it down for you just a little bit. This new service is called Priority Pass. It is complimentary, which means free, and it is being introduced this summer for a limited time only. Maybe some version of it will stick around, but for now, it is just going to be available for this summer for a limited time for the 40th anniversary, and allows guests to enjoy certain attractions with an reduced wait at a specified time. So what you're going to do is you're going to use the Tokyo Disney Resort app after you get inside the park. You're going to pick the attractions that you're interested in, and you're going to get a specified time, a return time, at which time you'll be able to go through a designated entrance, probably what used to be the Fast Pass entrance, which will now be the Priority Pass entrance. It's not every ride in both parks, but it's a pretty good selection of major attractions.
Absolutely. Yeah, I was really impressed by the list of just how many there are, and there's the Pooh's Honey Hunt, 20,000 Leagues
That's a
Under
big
the
one.
Sea. Yeah, so there's some really good like A/B attractions on there.
Yeah.
I'm not clear, are you able to make multiples, or is it kind of like Genie
Ah,
Plus? You
Excellent question. That is a detail that was not yet revealed in
Yes.
the official information we have. Um, so that is an excellent question, whether you'll be able to do repeat rides. My guess is, especially the way some of these rides like Monsters Inc. or Pooh Honey Hunt are so popular out in Tokyo, that letting people do multiple re-rides would probably not work out too well.
Right.
I'm
Yeah, I mean, we have
guessing
very
it's
little
probably
details,
once per day. But you do have 20,000 Leagues and Indiana Jones on there. There are still a small number of rides that you purchase one-time use access to there, such as Soarin'. I think Toy Story Midway Mania. There's just a couple of them that are still separate from this, sort of the way we have individual lightning lanes. But the majority of the attractions that used to be Fast Pass, you'll be able to hit up this summer for free. And if you are looking for more information on all this, head to Tokyo Disney Resort JP. I'm sorry, Tokyo Disney Resort.jp/en for the English language version. Another great reason to head out to Tokyo.
Yes. Oh.
Next up, Together, a Pixar musical adventure, is debuting next month, July 15th, at Disneyland Paris at the Walt Disney Studios Paris Park.
This is really exciting. Disneyland Paris has some really excellent live shows. There's tap dancing Mickey Mouse. I mean, they really like go all out on the shows. So this is, when I saw this, I was like, this sounds really like it's going to be great.
Yeah, I can remember from my visit to that park, I was very disappointed in most of the attractions and the placemaking, but all of the live shows were spot
Hmm.
on. And this one, I'm not sure exactly which theater. Is this going in the old Cinemagic Theater? I know that there's a Mickey's Magician show that is currently in the Animagic Theater. So,
Yes, I would think you were right.
yep. So this show that they are unveiling transports audiences into the worlds of Toy Story, Coco, Up, Monsters Inc., and Finding Nemo using a combination of state-of-the-art technology, creative lighting, multi-sensory effects, choreography, and of course, puppets, because you can't have a Pixar show without some puppets.
No, yes. Yeah, no, this sounds really good. Obviously, it's a musical. It has original storyline. It follows Charlie, a kid who loves music and he dreams of conducting an orchestra. But the night before a big show, he loses his sheet music.
Oh no!
Woo!
So yeah, it's up to our Pixar pals like Jesse and Buzz, Bo Peep, and others to go on a mission to help Charlie find his sheet music on a journey through all different Pixar universes. Lots of special effects. You'll have water droplets in Finding Nemo. You'll have odorama effects, so you can smell the aquatic universe. Um, this complements the other Pixar attractions that they have there, such as Cars Road Trip, the Ratatouille ride, and Crush's Coaster. They even have a Toy Story inspired Hotel Cheyenne and a Hotel Santa Fe that's got a Route 66 theme.
Oh, yeah. Those resorts are like a fever dream to walk around. They're so bizarre, but I love it.
Yeah, those hotels at Disneyland Paris were all built in the like Michael Eisner era of we have to go way over the top with giant themed hotels. And it almost killed that era single-handedly.
Yeah.
But it's nice that we still have those around. So this is just one component of the entertainment happening. As I mentioned, there's also that Mickey and the Magician
Mhm.
show in the Animagic Theater. They've got a Lion King show in Frontierland across the Esplanade at Disneyland, Disney Junior Dream Factory, a Frozen musical show, daytime show at the Castle on Main Street. And most importantly, there are two different drone shows that are
Yes.
going on this summer. Disney Delight at the Disneyland Park, that's got 200 drones along with video projections and water jets. That runs through September 30th. And then they also have the Avengers drone show with 500 drones. And that is running through November 5th.
Oh yeah, I saw the Disneyland Park drone show last year there, and it was amazing. But I would love to see the Avengers one whenever they've done. I think at like the Avengers campus opening was the first time they did the drone show there, and the pictures, videos looks amazing.
Yeah, we have some video of that on our YouTube channel. Check that out, and go to disneylandparis.com/en-USD to see prices in American dollars, or call up MEI and MEI-Travel and they'll hook you up. Let's move from Disney to Six Flags because coaster fans can rejoice. Six Flags has announced Six Flags Plus, which is a new type of ticket, sort of an annual pass that is paid for on a monthly basis. For only $12.99 a month with no down payment, you can get unlimited access to all 27 Six Flags theme parks and water parks. You're also going to get general parking for free, priority entrance at the gate, 15% discounts off food, beverages, and merchandise, specialty rate tickets for friends and family, and a skip the line pass to use once per season.
Yes, so I was a little confused because they already offer
Exactly.
that gets you into all the parks. Just Six Flags does it, Cedar Fair, one price, every park around the country. So I was a little confused by this. Is it a way to help people spread the monthly payments out? The perks are like vastly different. And the price is maybe, I think it's like $3 more or $2 more a month to just buy the Diamond Pass.
Yeah. Yeah.
And which was interesting to me is when I heard about the skip the line pass for this, it is literally one time, one ride.
Yeah, that's I don't know what the dollar value of that is. Not very high.
It's
Yeah,
confusing. This is like
this.
Disney level confusing for
I
no
think
reason.
maybe if you are extremely price sensitive and you need to pay on a monthly basis, because the Diamond Pass is a lump sum of 170,
But how are
which
you
if
traveling to the other parks around the country if you can't, this is just questions I don't
If
understand.
yes, it begs the question who exactly this pass is for. Someone who maybe you bought that Frontier fly all summer deal, and that you put your last dollar into that. So all you have is your Six Flags Plus pass for $12.99 a month, and you can fly anywhere. I guess I don't know. But I do know that yes, if you put it head to head against the Diamond Pass is 170, so that breaks down to an average of 14.17 a month if you were to spread it out. But you do get much better perks, an extra 5% off discounts, free preferred parking, 5 of those special rate tickets, and 4 skip the line passes instead of just 1. You also get refillable soda bottles. You get 50% off cabanas, and half off Flash Pass for the season,
Yeah, I
which
mean it's
will
a
add up.
dramatic difference in the
Yeah,
amount of perks that you get.
yeah. I honestly, no, I don't quite know who the benefit would be for to save a couple bucks, but hey, it's an option. Run the math for yourself. Maybe you can figure out a way to make it work for you. Either way, you can find out more about it at sixflags.com. And for our last bit of news in the queue, I was very excited to see this. I was not able to make it out personally to the opening, but SeaWorld Orlando opened its state of the art Coral Rescue Center on June 9th. And this is a really special project. It's related to the Florida Coral Rescue Center, which is actually located in the bad side of town in Orlando, in a warehouse where you would never expect that they're rescuing coral.
Wow.
I got to go in and check out the whole center, where they've been doing this project about a year and a half or so ago. But now they've taken a little tiny piece of it and put it in SeaWorld Orlando, where guests can get a peek at the work that they're doing with the Fish and Wildlife Foundation and NOAA to try to save some of the Florida's coral reef, which is badly endangered.
Right. Yeah, no, this is incredible. I love everything that SeaWorld is doing. This is just, something that we don't, that you don't hear a lot about coral and coral rescue. Obviously, you hear about animals. So this is exciting and just a cool little edutainment piece and something to explore when visiting.
Yeah, you'll see in the picture here, they keep everything in this very soft blue lighting. I guess the coral likes to
Mood
keep
lighting.
the UV rays and similar to what it would be deep underwater. And they've got these shallow tanks that you can see all these vast different kinds of coral, brain coral, colorful coral. There's sea urchins in there, all sorts of little things. And you can see there's just like in this picture just has like 3 of these tanks. And these tanks are each the size of, I don't know, a king size bed or so.
Wow.
But at the main center that I got to visit, there's just a warehouse full of these.
That's
But you get a little representation, a little taste of it at SeaWorld Orlando. Yeah, they've got living colonies of up to 15 different species, many of which are threatened under the Endangered Species Act. And plus, it's fun to see the fish and the snails and the crabs all swimming around in there with
Yeah.
them.
No, I love it. This is really cool. So you can go on Pipeline and then do this.
Yep, absolutely. If you're looking for more information, SeaWorldOrlando.com. Visiting that is included in your regular park admission. All right, that is going to bring us to the end of the news in the queue. But before we get into this week's main attraction, it is time to hear a word from our sponsors.
The Attractions Podcast is brought to you by MEI and MEI-Travel. Whether your next vacation is a magical trip to the theme parks, an exciting adventure to the pyramids of Egypt, or just a relaxing cruise on the turquoise waters of the Bahamas, MEI-Travel provides premium service and expert advice to help you get the most of your vacation. They are always free of any hidden fees or costs to you. Visit them at mei-travel.com.
It's time for the main attraction.
All right, for this week's main attraction, Disney and Apple are collaborating on new virtual reality and augmented reality storytelling experiences that were introduced by Disney CEO Bob Iger and Apple CEO Tim Cook at the recent Apple WWDC 23 event. If you are at all into VR, you've probably been hearing rumors for years about Apple's Vision Pro headset. Now it's reality, and the Disney 100 celebration, including Disney Plus, ESPN Plus, and the Disney parks, are going to be part of this new technology.
Yeah, I thought this was really cool, and it kind of what they showed spanned, kind of the depth of Disney's portfolio. There was a little ESPN basketball, obviously Star Wars, Disney Animation Studios, and the parade. I was most excited to see.
Yes, this is
now. Yeah,
this is really adorable.
Mhm.
They're using augmented reality. Technically, it's mixed reality. Augmented reality would be a completely clear set of glasses that you can really look through, and then it's kind of using a Pepper's Ghost hologram to project on top of it. This is a little different. The Vision Pro headset is using cameras that sense, both images and depth to reconstruct inside the headset what you would be seeing if you didn't wear the headset, plus additional things on top of it. Apparently, the system is so good, it really does look like you're really just looking through it. But either way, they're using the technology to bring Disney park attractions to life on your kitchen countertop. You've always wanted to see a tiny little miniature
Yes.
Cinderella castle and the Main Street electrical parade circling around your kitchen island. Now is your chance. Yeah, your chance is coming. You got that coming. So it really does look great the way it's the reflections, I think, in this picture that really make it convincing. The way that it really seems like it's sitting there on top of the table. In addition to little parks experiences like that, you're going to be able to watch your favorite Disney Plus shows immersed in digital worlds, such as watching The Mandalorian while sitting inside a speeder on Tatooine. That's something I've always wanted to do, I guess.
Yes.
Or watching very tiny basketball players do replays of a basketball game on your coffee table.
I thought that was really cool. I don't even like sports, but when I saw that, I was like, that is really cool.
Yeah. And finally, animated characters such as Mickey Mouse will be able to leap to life, come out of the walls, and hop around your living room and interact with you. A lot of these, I think, are proof of concept demos. None of these looked like finished, polished products to me. They looked like ideas of what could be done. Are you excited to see this?
I mean, if I go to a friend's house and they have it, I'll try it. But that's where I'm at. It's like the same way I feel about an Oculus. Like if someone has it, I'll put it on for a few minutes.
Well, I've been a fan. I have a Quest 2. I will probably buy a Quest 3 when they come out. We can't say Oculus anymore. It's Meta, unfortunately.
I know.
No, I like the Oculus name better. I think the big difference is who this is meant for. I think the majority of people listening to this podcast, I don't think that this is, at least this first version of the Apple Vision Pro, is something that most people are going to rush out and get simply because of the price point. You can buy a Meta Quest 2 today for $299, or when the new one comes out, you'll be able to buy it for $500. This guy, when it comes out, $3,499. So basically, you could buy a good MacBook Pro and a Quest, or you could buy a Vision Pro.
Right.
And granted, the Vision Pro basically it's got an M2 chip in it. It's basically a MacBook Pro stuck inside a headset. But if you're into gaming, if games are the reason you're into virtual reality, they've kind of been upfront that this is not a gaming headset. It doesn't have controllers for doing real gaming with. It is, it's got a battery pack that attaches to it that you've got to have in a cord in your pocket the whole time, so it's not self-contained. I think that this is going to be for professionals. Like if you are the kind of person who is doing like 3D modeling or simulation professionally,
Mhm.
it'll be a great thing to pick up.
Definitely.
Better than the
I saw a lot of people respond just on social media that they were interested in it.
Yeah.
And you know what? Like it's to each their own thing. Like I spend money on annual passes. Maybe
Yep.
that's not your thing. Maybe you like to be home and do this. So if
Yep.
that's your thing, do it.
I will say one thing that would push me, maybe not towards this version, because I always buy the second version of any
Mhm.
Apple product. The first
yeah.
iPhone, the first iPad, they're all great ideas that didn't work quite right. You always wait for that version 2 to drop. But what would push me towards looking towards this product line is if Disney, especially Disney Plus, starts releasing 3D movies through this. It's
Oh,
become increasingly hard, especially in America. If you love 3D movies and have a 3D TV or 3D projector like me, you just can't get. I had to special order Avatar 2, and I'm going to pay a ridiculous amount of money to get. And that's the last 3D movie that's been commercially released in this country in like the last 3 years. So if you were able to watch, the Avengers movies, the Star Wars movies in full 3D, with your Disney Plus subscription with this, that I think would be a big advantage.
definitely. And again, like you said, like this is just the beginning. So this is
Yep.
what they showed us so far. We don't know everything.
Yep. We've got a link to some videos about this, and of course, you can learn more on apple.com. Well, that is going to just about bring us to the end of this very brief episode.
Right.
I guarantee, because I got to finish that book this week, that there's going to be a ton of news that we got to talk about next
I
week.
feel it.
That's
It's
always the way it
percolating.
works. Before we go, let's say hi to a few folks in the chat. Brian Sager is wondering, is Halloween alive or awake? We did recently get a bunch of halfway to Christmas announcements. We are waiting to hear the spooky season stuff. Yes, I would say, well, Universal especially, I think that if they had been able to open VillainCon and Minion Land in the early summer, like they maybe originally hoped, they could have moved on to talking about Halloween by now. But
We're still waiting. Yeah.
let's wait and see an opening date for Minion Land first, and then we can start looking for Halloween details to drop.
Yes, did
That's my
anyone
guess.
see the casting notice for HHN Hollywood? They're looking for female dancers
Who are very short
5'2" and under. So really
wonder what that could be about.
Right. Yeah. So it's fun definitely to, come up with guesses and stuff. But yeah, I'm just like waiting,
Charles Johnson checking in to say hey. Brian was also recovering from the Xbox Games Showcase yesterday. I have not caught up with the announcements on that yet. But if there's some good stuff, I might have to renew my Xbox Game Pass subscription, because I'll binge games for a couple months and then I'll let it lapse,
Let it go.
save some money. Yeah. Finally, Vince Lamb was checking in late. He was here because his boss wanted to talk. I hope everything's okay, Vince. Hope it was nothing serious. Hopefully he's giving you a raise. All right. Well, thank you all for sticking with us and being with us for this episode. Before we go, we want to thank once again MEI and MEI-Travel, and want to remind everyone, please go ahead and give us a rating and a review wherever you listen to us. And be sure to follow us at attractionsmagazine.com and search for Attractions Magazine on socials. You can find me at The Unofficial Guides, and you can find Carly where?
Yeah, I am at Carly Caramata on Twitter and on Instagram at Adventures by Carly.
And until next week, we hope you folks stay safe, try something new, but most importantly, have fun. We'll see you again next time. Bye.